Say there was a magic system around sentient flowers who gift humans magic nectar in exchange for knowledge and attention. My name is Lily, I am an artist, and today I wanted to design a magic system where humans take on the role of insects, caring for a special flower, which in turn provides a magical nectar-like substance used to build a thriving city of people and plants. Morning Glory is a prosperous city built from the ground up a long time ago, with the vital help from a special kind of flower. Before all this, the world was a wasteland, constantly bombarded by small but impactful meteorites, wiping out civilizations faster than they could be built. During one particular shower, a small city was wiped out, forcing the citizens to retreat into a nearby cave system deep underground. It's in this cave that they discovered a strange cluster of flowers, glowing dimly in the darkness. It seems the flowers also fled to the safety of the cave, with other species of plants and wildlife becoming extinct from the celestial disaster. But they were suffering for it, with little water and sunlight for strength, and no insects for pollination. They were slowly dying. Despite their own problems, the people did what they could to sustain these flowers and build up their strength, helping to pollinate them. They even named them Twilight flowers because of their dim glow, and felt comforted by their presence, often gathering around them for storytellings to pass the time. This kindness sparked something bizarre within the flowers. Thanks to their new strength, the flowers were able to produce nectar. But this wasn't just any nectar. This nectar would be the foundation of a whole magic system. Unlike regular nectar, simply a sugary reward to insects for pollination, this nectar possesses unique properties. It's very adhesive, like superglue. The people realised the nectar could be used to repair their shelters, gluing parts back together. It was also edible and incredibly nutritious, keeping everyone in good health. And it was controlled by the flowers, who had a mind of their own. During an earthquake, the cave roof was about to collapse on the camp, but was held in place by the twilight flowers, using their nectar, displaying the sheer strength of this substance and revealing their true potential, leading to the birth of Morning Glory, a city on the surface, safe from the meteorites. So this is a limited magic system, confined to the specific species of flower. The system can be better demonstrated through the inner workings of the city. Let's talk about a few of these magical features. First up is the guiding lights. The area surrounding the city is dark and foggy with deep mud and dangerous creatures. Such a disorientating environment led to many getting lost and perishing whilst travelling in and out of the city for resources. So an idea was formed, making the use of the Twilight's nectar. The nectar has the ability to bind and move objects, no matter the size or weight. This made way for the construction of guiding lights, large rock golems taking the role of guides for people coming in and out of the city. The nectar acts as a hive mind and will know the way back to the flowers. Waypoints were constructed around the city gates and or along the outskirts. The golems will know the direction to these, guiding groups of travellers in and out, along with carrying any heavy resources. These golems are also very strong, keeping people safe from the dangers that prowl around the outer wasteland. Whilst this works, it isn't the most efficient, so engineers are trying to look at several solutions, using the nectar to build much more grander roads or access from the sky, but that would use a lot of nectar needed for regular maintenance elsewhere. Next are observers. Arguably one of the most important uses. Studying the skies is a vital job in Morning Glory as the threat of meteorites still looms over. Observers are tasked with predicting when the next meteorite will strike in order to activate the hands, a large amalgamation of nectar. These hands grab the meteorite once it enters the atmosphere and slows the descent greatly, harvesting all the energy from it as well. What was once a bad omen has now become a resource, providing energy and a useful material for city construction. The observers use the nectar's ability to separate and float to make large 3D maps of the cosmos, meteorite predictions becoming a lot clearer and accurate. It still requires the use of a telescope to study though. They once thought they could try launching the nectar into the cosmos and scan the expanse, relying on their extremely good memory. But the nectar begins to deteriorate if too far away from the twilight, which cannot survive a journey to space just yet. Next is delicacies and the arts. The nectar is used for all kinds of delicacies and crafts. It's edible and highly nutritious, and also available in consistent quantities. Many market stalls and shops will sell food made with nectar. It also makes a good ingredient in preserve jars. Nectar is also mixed with other ingredients to create inks and paints. This creates paintings and writings which are almost animated, moving and swirling around with an iridescent shine. Places of worship. The twilight flowers are sacred to the city. Shrines for worship are constructed all around the city, the most important one built around the cave entrance where the flowers were first discovered. This is the Great Shrine, which is home to the largest, strongest, and oldest of the twilight flowers. Many come here to make offerings to the flowers and tell stories, a pastime the twilight flowers love. These worship places are hugely important for maintaining the trust between the flowers and the people. It was proven that the twilights are sentient and respond well to kindness, making them healthier and in turn their nectar healthier. The city leaders often frequent the cave, asking the flowers for their blessing or advice on city problems. It has actually become more and more common to hear the flowers or see them as figures of nectar, the level of self-awareness and evolution slowly growing. Lastly is the jar. The jar is exactly what it says, a very large container used to extract and store the main bulk of nectar for the city. Most citizens have access to nectar through their own gardens and green spaces, but the growing construction and maintenance of the city required a more efficient and controlled environment for nectar extraction. The jar is an underground container and joint laboratory, with collection pipes linked to all the shrines around the city. This is why visiting the shrines and interacting with the flowers is very important. The nectar produced from these flowers are siphoned and sent to the jar where they will be evenly distributed for every project. The laboratory is tasked with studying the flowers and producing detailed diagrams of their life cycle. They also determine what is and isn't possible to construct based on the nectar's limitations. Now that we've talked about a few important city features, the magic system of the twilight flowers becomes better defined. But here's a quick summary of the abilities and limitations. Number 1, the twilight flower's magic is displayed through nectar, a strong adhesive substance which can be manipulated. Number 2, the nectar can alter its consistency and weight, as heavy as a boulder or as light as a feather. Number 3, they act as a hive mind, all information passed back to the strongest flowers in the Great Shrine. Number 4, the nectar only exists if the flowers are around. The twilight flowers must be looked after for the sake of the city. Number 5, the nectar will eventually degrade over time and must be reapplied to long-standing structures. Number 6, nectar extraction has to be balanced. Too much can't be taken all at once. Growing the number of twilight flowers for more nectar has been a major priority. And lastly, the twilight flowers themselves are incredibly weak. Theorists believe the nectar, whilst a reward, may also be a defense mechanism. When threatened, they produce the nectar to bind and destroy any dangers. This ability was severely weakened by lack of nourishment until they were rediscovered. This city isn't paradise. The streets have recently become rife with gossip and rumours. First started a rumour about an elusive group of body snatchers stealing newly deceased from mortuaries. Quick cremation ceremonies are the done thing to free the trapped soul in the body, so this has had an emotional toll on many families losing their loved ones. The next rumour is living people going missing without a trace, particularly ones who were young and healthy. Most chalk this up to them straying away from guiding lights and perishing in the dark, murky outskirts. Growing numbers of scared people look to the twilight flowers to keep them safe, visiting shrines more often than before. Then there's a rumour about humanoid creatures that have been spotted roaming the streets at night. The popular theory is that these are the mysterious creatures living in the outskirts, invading the city and stealing people to eat. But some aren't so sure on that, since it's unclear how they would penetrate the walls guarded 24/7 and escape without a trace. There's growing suspicion there's something lurking in the city. Then there's other, smaller scale pieces of gossip circulating, of misplaced lab results and books, particularly on human anatomy. A special investigation team has been formed to find the culprits of the recent unease. So that is the city of Morning Glory, its foundation built on the magic of twilight flowers and their incredible nectar. As for the missing people and humanoid creatures, well, they have magic flowers taking good care of them, so I'm sure everything will be just fine.